Xi Jinping is a name that echoes across the world, a leader whose life story is filled with hardship, ambition, and powerful determination. From the struggles of his youth to the height of his political career, Xi Jinping's journey shows how a man can rise from pain and rejection to become one of the most influential figures in modern history. Xi Jinping was born on June 15, 1953, in Beijing, China. His father, Xi Zhongshuan, was a respected revolutionary hero who helped found the People's Republic of China alongside Mao Zedong. His mother, Qi Xian, was a gentle yet strong woman who worked as a schoolteacher and later supported her family through turbulent times. As the child of a high-ranking official, Xi Jinping's early years seemed filled with privilege, but history soon took a dark turn. When Xi Jinping was still a boy, his family's life changed completely. His father fell out of favor during political struggles and was purged, losing his position and power. Because of this, Xi Jinping and his family were suddenly treated with suspicion and hostility. During the Cultural Revolution, life became especially cruel. Xi Jinping's sister took her own life because of the pressure, and Xi Jinping himself was often mocked as the son of a traitor. At the age of 15, Xi Jinping was sent away from Beijing to a poor village called Liangjiahe. There he lived in a cave house, worked long hours carrying manure, and endured cold winters without enough food. The hard life tested him, but it also shaped his character. Instead of giving up, Xi Jinping learned patience, resilience, and the ability to endure suffering. Despite the hardships, Xi Jinping was determined to build a future. He applied many times to join the Chinese Communist Party, but he was rejected again and again because of his father's troubled reputation. After years of persistence, his request was finally approved, and Xi Jinping began his path toward leadership. This persistence became a central theme in his story. No matter how many doors closed, Xi Jinping kept pushing until one opened. Xi Jinping's education also played a major role in his rise. In 1975, after years of working in the countryside, he entered Tsinghua University in Beijing, one of the most prestigious schools in China. There he studied chemical engineering, but more importantly, he built networks and deepened his understanding of politics. Later in life, Xi Jinping returned to Tsinghua for further studies in Marxist theory, strengthening his image as both a man of science and ideology. In his personal life, Xi Jinping also found balance. His first marriage did not last, but in 1987, Xi Jinping married Peng Liyuan, a famous folk singer in China who was loved for her powerful voice and graceful presence. Unlike many political spouses who remain in the shadows, Peng Liyuan was already a household name before marrying Xi Jinping. Together, they had a daughter, Xi Mingzi, who studied at Harvard University under a different name to protect her privacy. While Xi Jinping often kept his family life private, those close to him have described Peng Liyuan as a steady partner and a source of warmth in the often cold world of politics. Xi Jinping's political career began at the grassroots level. He worked in Hebei province, then later moved to Fujian, Zhejiang, and Shanghai, building his reputation as a hard-working and pragmatic official. In these positions, Xi Jinping promoted economic reforms, fought corruption, and emphasized development. His calm style, combined with his image as someone who had suffered deeply in his youth, gave him credibility among both leaders and ordinary citizens. Step by step, Xi Jinping climbed higher in the ranks until, in 2007, he joined the Politburo Standing Committee, the most powerful decision-making body in China. In 2012, Xi Jinping became General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, and soon after, President of China. This marked the start of a new era. Xi Jinping launched a sweeping anti-corruption campaign that punished thousands of officials, from low-level workers to powerful generals. Many praised this as a way to clean up the party, though critics argued it also helped Xi Jinping eliminate rivals. He also pushed forward the Chinese dream, a vision of national rejuvenation aimed at restoring China's power and pride. Under Xi Jinping's leadership, China built massive infrastructure projects, advanced technology, and expanded its influence abroad through initiatives like the Belt and Road. But Xi Jinping's rise was not without challenges. His policies faced criticism from human rights activists, and tensions grew between China and other nations. Inside China, some struggled with strict censorship and limits on personal freedoms. Internationally, trade disputes and questions about China's role in global affairs tested Xi Jinping's leadership. Still, Xi Jinping stood firm, presenting himself as a strong leader who would not bend under pressure. As Xi Jinping entered later years, his leadership grew even stronger. In 2018, China removed term limits for the presidency, opening the path for Xi Jinping to remain in power indefinitely. Supporters celebrated this as stability for the nation, while critics feared it marked the return of one-man rule. Regardless of opinion, Xi Jinping's place in history was firmly secured. Xi Jinping is still alive today, continuing to guide China on a path that he believes will lead to strength and unity. His life, marked by both pain and triumph, remains a symbol of endurance. From a boy sleeping in a cave to the leader of the world's most populous country, Xi Jinping's story is one of transformation and unshakable will. One of Xi Jinping's most famous quotes is, "A good leader is like a needle that stitches the fabric of the people together." If you enjoyed this story of Xi Jinping's journey, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring life stories.